Maurice.
Nobody, this is the most crazy part, is that his name is Maurice.
A lot of people didn't know.
I truly have not heard that name since my grandfather died, like
That's
a long
very
time ago.
Oh, I know, right? Oh.
Well,
That's my middle name.
Is it really? Oh, I was gonna say
it's a very old-fashioned name.
My middle name is old
It's a
fashioned.
nice name, though.
It's
It's a nice name.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to include it, because we wanted to show a different side, you know, what they don't know, what they don't talk about.
I love Chris Brown.
What if y'all? It's like he was just sitting right there.
Human.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Malone.
And we are going to be talking about Christopher Maurice Brown today. I don't even know where to start.
So I like these pictures because it's almost the coming of age of Chris Brown from when he started to now him as an adult, and like I like because it's kind of like he's looking at himself, you know, to just reflect the years from when he came into this industry as a musician to where he is now as a performer, and how he's grown and just evolved
For
overall.
sure. Yeah, like his younger version was kind of like the goody tissue type vibe, and now like he's all like bad and hard and all nasty and yeah.
And also like the R&B image, because he was young, it's like the R&B good boy, but then when he got older, it's like the good boy turned bad, like
sexual appeal type.
Yeah, like he's all grown up now, you know.
Yeah. And so I think one of the questions on the worksheet was like, how does this, I guess,
the brand,
go with our network or something like that? Something about the,
or was it what was it the first one? Was the brand?
It was like network, but basically like he could be a client as like far as like me being a personal assistant to like him, or you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
for the networking.
Yeah, that
How
one.
does it fit in your network?
Oh, yes, that
yeah.
one.
That was.
I couldn't think of the exact question, but yeah.
So basically because of what he does, we thought that we could fit in his line of work by personal assisting and helping with his public relations, just because of his bad boy image.
Yeah, it's very, very controversial.
It's very controversial, and it almost affects his brand sometimes, because although the bad boy image is like, it's sexy, it's hot for the girls, but then it comes with a lot of controversy where you have a lot of women who don't want to support him, or who feel like he's too bad, or he's too edgy, he's too much. So I personally wanted to focus on male grooming for my take for him. I know Robin was more like for the personal assisting and PR work, just because they don't show him in a positive light, and they don't show his relevancy as far as music, and you just kind of like, you might hear his song on the radio, you might hear about controversy in the media, but if he does anything good, it's never publicized. So just being a part of a team that kind of like puts that out there so people know it's happening. And then with his hair, because he's always changing his look
every week
he has like purple, blue, stripes, like he's always doing something with his hair. So for me, I think his hair probably grows fast, so I'm thinking like he might always need like a touch up or just something really quick before he goes out on stage. So that would be like where I come in to make sure you get, his hair is always looking rock star, bad boy,
Yeah. And then on the next slide, we kind of shown his like followers and the type of stuff that he posts. And you can go to the next slide after that as well.
So yeah, these are just the different looks and kind of like what we would help with. This is an example of his hair, how extravagant he is with his hair. He does, that's very like part of his brand. He always has his hair in a different style. Yeah.
Literally.
And so when his fans see him, that's, you know, that's part of like his, that's part of his you know,
look.
his little edge, his bad boy, like, oh, how's he gonna wear his hair? I don't have some, but he's had braids sometimes. He cut his braids, now it's mohawk, like
he's done it all.
Yeah, his hair, he always does something with his hair, so we wanted to show something because I thought this was like just wild that was his hair at one point. And then well, also we wanted to show like the clean cut look because if working with him, we want him to have an image that doesn't conflict with the bad boy, but almost complements it. So, you know, people can feel a little bit more at ease with him in the media because the problem with his controversy is he doesn't get enough acknowledgement, recognition. He doesn't get invited to a lot of places. There's, you know, a lot of things that happen in his industry that he's just completely not a part of. And it keeps on, it's been going on for like a lot of many years, and he is still selling out. So it's not like he's not relevant. It's not that he is not consistent in his music or anything like that. I personally think he just doesn't have the right public branding team or the public relations team to help have him see in a more positive light. So that's kind of what we want for him, you know?
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions?
What does he got going on now?
So he's on tour right now.
Nah, I wasn't here.
Oh!
Huh?
No. He's talking like he's a nerd, and I'm like, really? No.
Yeah, he's on tour.
Yeah, he's on tour. I think, I want to say like in France or like London.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Yeah, I think he's
Europe?
doing international.
Yeah.
But I think he had an album, right?
Yeah, it came out last year in like June. So he's promoting that overseas and whatnot. So yeah.
Yep.
That's his current thing.
Any other questions?
This suit look, what is this from, do you know?
He was going to court.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And
Yeah,
so that's
but
the
he
thing.
looks nice.
It's like if
When he was really
wasn't
young,
going to
or is
court,
this looks more
that was a
recent?
kind of an old picture.
Yeah.
This is an old picture, but he looks nice. I was like, you know, in a suit, like he looks nice in a suit, and
He
so,
does, but my first thought was the bad stuff when I saw that. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
know.
like, okay, this is, you're gonna rebrand all this stuff. And then I go there and I immediately was like, this is
because
horrible.
I could not find a picture of
He
him in a
messed up.
suit, and that's also part of the problem. We don't get to see him clean cut ever. It's only the bad boy.
Yeah.
So you two were working for him, this would shift.
Oh,
This
Yeah.
suit would not just be,
For
we
court.
see Chris Brown in a suit, he's going
Yeah.
to court.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see Chris Brown in a suit, he's singing at the Grammys.
Or,
Exactly.
yeah, he's doing something-
exactly. Something positive.
Something positive or something where his image is not in a negative light, but he's dressed up like how he's dressed up
In there.
And the suit on a date.
Yeah, like on a date.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Or even just like you said, like performing.
For the Grammys
you
or
know,
whatever.
a performance type of, you know, formal
Environment.
performance. You know, because he does have a lot of music that would go with formal
Oh, for sure.
settings that he could perform. But I just don't think I've seen him in that way.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
You
That's
are
sad.
the first people to talk about the evolution of someone's presence online and in person. So that was a really interesting way to introduce it. No one has talked about that, you know, because people do change over time. And this looks like, is this like, he's too young. This is
Yeah,
like
he-
TRL, right? Like that's after that.
This is like 15.
Yeah.
So maybe he could have been on that show. Yeah.
This picture reminds me of like pre-Rihanna and post-Rihanna.
Yes.
Perfect.
What
Seriously.
ethnicity is he? Is he mixed?
He, I believe, is African American, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know.
They are. Yeah, I know. Like they're so.
Hair
I'm
texture
searching that.
is.
Because I see that hair, I'm just like, hold
Yeah,
on.
his
Yeah,
his hair texture is.
Is that my hair
softer.
texture? Barber? Do you think that's my hair texture, Barber?
Similar, very,
I thought that.
very. It is actually.
I can pull that off.
Oh,
I
Lord,
can-
jeez.
Because he does, he has like a straight, it's not
Yeah.
that curly, but yeah.
Okay, any other questions for Team Chris Brown?
So,
Great job.
Breezy, thank you.
All right, who's ready?
Team Breezy.
Okay,
He's American. He is
give me a
American.
second.
He's an American. I think he's Virginian. He's what? I was gonna say he's Virginian.